Beneath the city's polished skyline, hidden far from surveillance drones and satellite grids, lies a place few know exists. Once every quarter, an invitation-only event unfolds. No location, no coordinates, just a symbol etched into a coin. This is not an auction of art or antiques. It's an exchange of power, secrets, and leverage. No records are kept. No laws are acknowledged. The items sold here shape the fate of nations. The entrance is never the same twice. Tonight, it's behind a laundromat with flickering lights. A man in a three-piece suit inserts a coin into an unmarked machine. The wall shifts, revealing an elevator guarded by a woman with blank eyes. No questions are asked. The elevator descends without command. No music, just the quiet hum of anticipation. When the doors open, the world has changed. The underground chamber is opulent, a twisted reflection of high society's elegance. Velvet walls, gold-trimmed columns, and a central platform lit by a single chandelier. Every guest wears a mask: wolves, stags, dragons, symbols of old power. There are no names here. Every movement is monitored by silent drones. What matters is influence, not identity. Here, you are what you can afford. The auctioneer, a thin man with silver gloves, begins the event without fanfare. The first item, a microchip prototype labeled Daedalus, capable of overriding autonomous drone fleets. It's a key to invisible warfare. Bidding starts at 10 million crypto. Within seconds, offers roll in through discreet hand gestures. No words, the chip sells for 48 million. No applause, only tension. A woman in a serpent mask wins the second item, a blood sample containing a virus strain not yet reported in any medical database. Weaponizable and untraceable, the auctioneer notes. Behind his politeness is something colder. The audience knows. They don't bid for possession, they bid for control. Whoever owns this virus doesn't just threaten cities, they can rewrite international treaties. Security inside the auction is absolute. Guards wear full-body armor and carry weapons rarely seen outside war zones. Biometric scanners trace every movement. Despite the risks, the auction thrives. Why? Because its clientele includes the very people meant to prevent it. High-ranking officials, black-budget scientists, oligarchs, and former intelligence operatives sit side by side, masked but not unknown. In the control room above, Agent Lira watches silently. She's deep undercover, streaming footage through a micro-lens embedded in her necklace. Her mission? Gather proof. She's already captured 3 illegal biotech trades and 1 sale of nuclear satellite schematics. But it's not enough. The agency needs to source the architects of this auction. And Lira is about to find them. The next lot makes her breath catch. A girl, no older than 10, stands under the spotlight. The auctioneer announces, Lot 54, memory clone. Raised in neural programming, clean slate. Retention rate, 97%. She stares blankly ahead, a product, not a person. The room buzzes with bids. Lira grips her chair, struggling to stay still. Intervening now would blow her cover and get them both killed. The girl sells for 70 million to a bidder in a crimson lion mask. As the child is escorted away, Lira's earpiece crackles. Abort mission, you've been made. Her blood runs cold. She scans the room. A masked figure across from her lifts his drink slightly, then taps his temple. He knows who she is. The feed cuts. She's on her own now, in the lion's den, without a way out. She leaves the chamber calmly, heart racing. Behind her, the auction continues. A shipment of deep-sea mining rights in disputed territory. A formula to create untraceable synthetic identities. Even a prototype AI designed to mimic deceased political figures. Each sale tightens the noose on democracy, stability, and truth. And still, the bids rise. Silence, wealth, and hunger drive it all. In a private hallway, Lira finds a terminal. She plugs in a hidden drive. The screen flashes, authorization required. Her implant syncs, downloading ... 36%, 52%, 89%. She hears footsteps. A guard rounds the corner. She doesn't flinch, just turns and smiles. He nods, passes by. The terminal finishes. She has names, ledgers, codes, proof. But she still has to escape. Back in the main chamber, a final item is announced. The Spectre Protocol. Lira freezes. That's her code name. Her mission file appears on screen, every detail of her operations. The room shifts, eyes turn toward her. The auctioneer grins. For sale. A spy. Bid start. She doesn't wait. A flash grenade rolls from her sleeve. Light and sound explode. In chaos, she runs. She barrels through hallways, dodging guards, bullets pinging off steel. Her path leads to a secondary lift lock. She slams the data key into the panel. It scans her eye. Override accepted. Doors open. She dives in, blood on her arm, heart hammering. As the lift ascends, she looks at the drive clutched in her hand. The world has no idea what it contains, but it will. Above ground, she stumbles out into the rainy alley. The laundromat's front flickers in static light. She blends into the night, slipping away before backup arrives. No sirens, no headlines. The auction continues next quarter, as it always has. But now, someone knows, and someone is coming for them. The footage will leak, not today, but soon. And when it does, names will burn. In an undisclosed location, a council watches Lira's escape on a monitor. Let her run, one says, it won't matter. Another disagrees. It always starts with one breach, silence follows. They turn to the next order of business, planning the winter auction. There's talk of cloning ethics, dark energy weapons, mind control patents. The world above may sleep, but the underworld evolves. You've never heard of this auction, and you weren't meant to. It doesn't exist on paper or record. But its fingerprints are everywhere, in broken governments, sudden assassinations, vanished scientists, unexpected market crash. One night, 16 items, 50 bidders, billions exchanged. And with each sale, the world shifts slightly into darkness. The real war is never fought in daylight. Lira knows she can't expose everything at once. One wrong move and her proof will vanish, buried under layers of denial and firewalls. But small leaks can spread into avalanche. A single document in the right hands, a single name in the right headline, could bring fractures to an empire that thrives on secrecy. The council above ground may underestimate her, but she's just begun. The data in her possession isn't just evidence. It's a map, connections between governments and crime syndicates, between tech companies and rogue scientists, between political leaders and assassins for hire. It reveals how influence is bought, sold, and traded like currency. To the public, these figures look untouchable, but the files prove otherwise. Everyone has a price, and everyone has a weakness. But the council isn't idle. Even as Lira slips into the night, countermeasures are set in motion. Informants activate, digital trails are forged to discredit her. False stories will appear in newspapers before sunrise, painting her as a traitor, a criminal, a ghost. It's a war of narratives, and the council has ruled it for decades. To survive, Lira must outpace both the bullet and the lie. The next auction is already being prepared, and the stakes will only grow darker. But now, there's a fracture in their secrecy. One spy, one breach, one chance to tip the balance. And that's where you come in, because stories like this need to be seen, shared, and remembered. If you want more hidden truths and secret worlds revealed, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.